looks as good as it should.
You, looking at the screen, let me ask you a question.
How much money did I spend on this?
You can do combos on combos to rack up your score.
Sick, that didn't look as awesome as I hoped it would. What's the other thing that I backed recently? Right, so Mighty number 9. A lot of people must feel a little bit let down by the fact they've backed that now. Hi, my name's not of any relevance. I backed Mighty number 9 when it first came out. I'm like, this has got to be the best thing ever. But recently, with such things as the releases of Nightcry, the spiritual successor to Clock Tower, and the Mighty number 9 trailer, I've been beginning to think, is Kickstarter really that much of a benefit for us? When Kickstarter first got its traction with the public at large, it was still about people with small projects seeking funds from larger people who may not even know that they wanted a product. Maybe a vegetable slicer, a video game by some guy who thinks the concept falling down a well was fantastic, books, comics. But since then, it has changed. Like everything changes. But the analogy I'd like to make is like with YouTube. Remember back in the day, anybody could be big on YouTube, and this is not a slight towards anything because I am currently rambling on YouTube. But let me put it like this, back in the day, any twat with a camera could just start filming, pretend he's a funny cunt, and he might get a fan base of some sorts. Nowadays, go check the front page of YouTube, check what's trending, check what's hot. Everything is already big. It's John Oliver, it's Conan O'Brien, it's trailers. YouTube still is a platform where anybody can become a big league. But currently there's so many fish in the pond, it sometimes feels like crabs in a barrel. In the meantime, the things that already exist smother the creativity of people down below. Like, try and get your little Game of Thrones parody thing out there without being completely outranked by some kind of Red-Nosed Day Game of Thrones musical parody with Ramsay Bolton and Theon Greyjoy. But I digress. Of course I digress, because we were actually talking about Kickstarter. I can't pinpoint in time at what point the current trend started. It might have very well been Mighty number 9, but as soon as, you know, that door was open, it got blown off its hinges. We now have unofficial sequels, spiritual successors to stuff like Castlevania in Bloodstained, Nightcry being one of Clock Tower, we got Yooka-Laylee, which is one for Banjo-Kazooie, we got even official things coming back like Shenmue 3, which is still an insult to every fucking gamer who liked the first 2 Shenmue games. I'm probably butchering that pronunciation as well. And this is what it is. While some projects on Kickstarter in the past may have hoped you had some kind of a nostalgic feeling for a particular genre of games, point and clicks seem to be doing very well with the group of Shara LucasArts people who are now hitting their mid-30s. But what we're getting as well what are we getting now as well is the actual game developers from those days who have been laid aside by the big companies who don't think that their style is the future. Look at Konami heading into pachinko machines and mobile games. That's where the real money is nowadays, apparently. So you're getting getting the people involved with the games that you loved as a kid, making new games, they're making more of the old stuff. Is that a good thing? I mean, look at the critical reception for Nightcry. The game has been pretty much forgotten, swept under the rug, and claimed as to be very poor and actually quite laughably bad. Now, with Mighty number 9 coming up, everybody feels this project is cursed. It's been delayed 3 times over. A survey came out asking you what platform you'd like the game on. That got delayed, invoking even more people having doubts. Now this trailer, which has people with their panties in a bunch, and don't get me wrong, I love Mega Man. I backed this game, and even I'm currently like, is this what I put my money into? I will gladly eat crow if that game blows me out of the water, but you know, I have doubts, and that's the entire problem here. There's going to be quite some other studios who see after Shenmue 3 how many people just want to give you money in advance before the game has even started development yet. I hate pre-ordering games, but you know, I'm now beginning to get uncertainties about backing games on Kickstarter, which is bad because I've backed a lot of games by smaller development groups. I've backed upcoming games like Duke Grabowski, a Monkey Island inspired point and click, except with a dumb brute who's as dumb as a plank. Infamous Quest's Order of the Thorn, Lancelot's Hangover, The Quest for the Holy Booze, and several others. So the games that I'd like to see are still there, but I'm just getting fearful of people that have used to be the big dogs coming into a new platform, or still a relatively new platform, and overtaking it. How many more months is it going to be before we're going to get Kojima on Kickstarter for the first game of Metal Snake? How many more months is it going to be before we see Hideo Kojima on Kickstarter for a new game about some kind of a ghost town involving Guillermo del Toro? I'm just saying, I hope he doesn't. It really would be bad if he did. But it does seem like our nostalgia is becoming a noose for the concept of Kickstarters. And I'm just waiting for the bubble to burst. And not in a good way. That having been said, I really hope Yooka-Laylee is going to be very good, because I can't handle any more heartbreak like this. Let me know in the comments below if you think I'm overthinking this. Find me on social media to call me a pretty little bitch, and don't do anything else. Don't click subscribe, don't click like. Come up to my home address, fight me like a man. See you next week, I suppose.
Shutdown initiated.